Max and John are the middle set of 3 sets of twins in our family, and we recognised from birth that Max had different abilities. He was born with velocardiofacial syndrome, which is a chromosome missing, which has caused multiple things in his beautiful life to go a little bit different for him. And Jonathan was probably 3 or 4 when we realised that he had speech dyspraxia and some other issues that he needed addressing, which we had addressed through in the community and through speech therapists. And our speech therapist realised that we were getting therapy for the kids, but it would be great if we could do more frequent therapy. So she reached out to MAD and provided our story and what we were doing for them, and just asked if we could get some funding to provide weekly sessions to enhance what we were already working on. Having MAD in our corner meant that we had that support network that gave us the opportunity to give the kids something that we just weren't able to reach at that time. We were doing the best that we could, but we just weren't able to grab it and go with it. And we saw such improvement through the time that we had the funding and through the sessions we had, and it was fantastic. And we were able to get into a position where we were able to continue the sessions and keep going with the therapist. It's an absolute honour to be able to receive something that gives so much to the kids, but I'm so grateful for the people who give on the night for MAD Ball, because it opens up such opportunity for families who need equipment and therapies and other things that we just can't reach ourselves, and it gives the kids the opportunity to succeed and sets them up for success in their future. It's really made a big impact on our family.
From about 4 weeks old, we knew there was something not right. Our first sign was, you know, when you put a baby in the bath and they kind of get that shock and go stiff, his legs never did it. So after seeing, I couldn't even count how many doctors, I said, I'm not leaving till we get a referral to the hospital. Took him in for MRIs and CTs and blood tests, and we were meant to go home that night, but his whole body, it was like he was having a seizure and couldn't stop. And then we got the results. And when we walked in, they said to us, Heath has SMA, what are your questions? And we were like, what do we ask? Like we'd never heard of it, we had no idea. And we jumped on Google, and the first thing that came up was deadliest genetic disease in children. And then that night was the first night Heath choked. Then we were talking about signing end-of-life procedures, and so I said, I'm going to Australia. And so we got on a plane, and Heath and I came here. And yeah, so he started treatment here, and since starting treatment, he's not been in hospital. He's learnt to sit, he can eat a full meal, he can roll around the house, he can sit in a crawling position, he can bum shuffle. Because of MAD and what they've done by funding the therapists and what they've been able to teach Heath and things, Heath can now go to normal school. Like his brothers have stopped crawling into his bed every night. They would wait till we fell asleep to sneak into Heath's bed to sleep with him because they had to watch him all night. They never had to watch him, but they felt they had to watch him to make sure he's okay. So it's Heath as an individual, they've given him his freedom where he's getting so much stronger and living life so much better. But us as a whole, it's given us all normal lives back and more freedom to just relax and enjoy our time. And they're always right there. In an instant, they're at the school giving him his freedom. So they've given us life, and they've given Heath a life we couldn't have. There's no way I could thank them enough, but what they have done and what they continue to do it's absolutely incredible.